Hello YouTube, it's Frostworm here, and it's time for another episode of Frost Facts.
Buckle up back there, we're going into hyperactive.
Alright guys, today we're talking about Nephalem Rifts. Now Nephalem Rifts are one of the main endgame experiences in Diablo 3, and what it basically is just a randomly generated dungeon with floors that you can progress through, and there's random monsters in it, and random, just kind of just random everything, and it just cobbles everything in the game together into one. And what the one bonus of Nephalem Rifts is that there is a 2 times legendary drop rate in there, so you're bound to get more legendaries. Now, Nephalem Rifts are totally free to do. Even if you're not max level, you can do them. Just go over to this Nephalem obelisk in adventure mode, click Nephalem, and begin. You go into the portal, and we're in a randomly generated dungeon. Now you'll notice the little bar on this right side that shows the progress that I have to make. So basically, as you kill monsters, you will get closer and closer to 100% there. Elites do give you, wow, a set piece already. That was crazy. So here's an elite pack, as you can see, and I'll show you guys as soon as we kill it. He's shielded. That's annoying. All right, so they drop these little globes, you see, these little skull globes right here, and pick that up, and it'll give you like an extra bonus towards your percentage completion there. All right, so I'll catch up with you guys when I finish this, and we'll talk more then. One thing that is also new about Nephalem Rifts is there's these thing called pylons. Pylons are basically shrines, but they're more powerful. So this shield pylon, for example, makes you completely invincible for actually a fairly long amount of time. So you can just kind of walk through and really go through and just fight people down while you have that on. Keep in mind, it does show up in your buff, so just keep that in mind as you're walking through. Don't lose it like right in the middle of a fight and be like, oh my god, I'm going to die now. All right, now as you get towards the end of the rift, there is actually, once you get to 100%, there is actually one more step we need to do, and that is fight the Rift Guardian, which is basically like a boss. Some of them can be very difficult and challenging and can kill you pretty bad, so definitely go ahead and learn those strategies as you face more and more of them. And we're almost to 100% here. Something's walling me. There it is, Jesus Christ. Okay, and it's just popped up. And you can see it on the map, it's way over there, which is annoying. This is Orlash. He's kind of like Diablo. He has a lightning breath kind of thing. Here he comes. Here he comes. Good boy. All right, and you kill him. That completes the rift. He'll drop a lot of loot. Now, one thing he will drop is a Greater Rift Keystone. That is super important, so be sure to pick those up for sure. And we'll talk more about those in a bit. Those will basically open Greater Nephalem Rifts, which we'll talk about in the next episode. So once you're done with that, the looting, head back to town. And go over here and talk to Auric, and he will give you some XP, some gold, and close the rift so you can open a new one. That's about it for Nephalem Rifts. One thing I also want to mention at this point is Kadala. Now, what you'll get is some blood shards also for completing rifts that you can loot. And blood shards let you go to Kadala, who is basically a gambling mechanic, and she'll let you pick mystery loot and stuff, and hopefully you get legendaries. Not very often, but sometimes you will. So you can just kind of spend your blood shards here. There is a maximum amount of blood shards you can carry, so make sure you are spending those. And that can be increased by doing better Greater Rifts. So we'll talk about Greater Rifts next time, and I'll see you guys then for another episode of Frost Facts. Stay frosty.